Welcome to the Brown Carpet Podcast, where each episode we take a weird real news story and together we twist it into an even weirder film.
We do it live, and we stream it on Facebook so the people at home can join in and make suggestions for the film's title, tagline, casting, soundtrack and story.
And at the end, we make a movie poster for the B-grade masterpiece, We Cook Up.
You can see all the movie posters we've made in the Brown Lit section of our website,
www.thebrowncarpetpod.com.
We also got a sweet-ass merch page on there, so you can pick up a t-shirt, phone case, or throw pillow emblazoned with the BCP logo.
You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher or Spotify, and if you're listening to this, you can be watching all the episodes on our YouTube channel.
Just search for the Brown Carpet Podcast, and you can see Corey's pretty little beady face.
If you've got a suggestion of a weird, funny headline you'd like us to turn into champagne cinema, hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, or email us at thebrowncarpetpod@gmail.com.
And now, let's get to the show.
Yeah.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
He jumped over 3 linebackers in midair, sprouted endless, like a gazelle.
No one laughs at a master of quack fu.
Real nice.
Many have died from starvation due to the difficulty of finding enough food, such as seals.
Shut up. No more Mr. Nice Duck. That's it. Right, Mr. Sitz?
What do you make of that? You know, it's the most fantastic story I've ever heard.
The Brown Carpet Podcast.
Welcome to episode 46 of the Brown Carpet Podcast. My name is Corey Farrell.
And I am Josh Groom.
How you doing, Josh?
I'm pretty good, Corey. What have you been up to?
Sydney Film Festival.
Oh, yeah?
Saw a film.
Bit of culture.
Culture.
What'd you see?
The very grim, the very rapey The Nightingale by
what about
the
this?
Babadook director Jennifer Kent.
Just had all the walkouts, people leaving the cinema.
Yeah, there was at least 15 people walked out while I was in there.
Really?
There's a scene in that film that it felt like she sat down and when she was writing it and went, what's the most horrific shit I can fit in one scene?
Okay.
And when you see that scene, you'll know what I'm talking about.
So it's a comedy?
It's a comedy, yeah.
Well, I've been to the movies as well, mate, just recently. Bit of culture myself.
Sydney Film Festival?
Yeah.
Sideshow? What
Godzilla 2.
Ah.
Yep. Good film.
P. Diddy? Soundtrack?
No.
Come With Me?
No. Fu Manchu on the soundtrack.
That's
Great cast.
That's racist.
Very silly film.
Yeah.
It's got Millie, it's got Stranger Things. So we could have cast it ourselves pretty much.
Was it good?
It was absolutely ridiculous. It was entertaining.
Let's get started.
Should we do the top 3?
It's the top 3. The motherfucking top 3.
It's the top 3.
Made the top 3 for this week because we have a bit of a chase on our hands this week.
We do.
What are your 3 favourite chase films?
3 favourite chase films. Well, you put me on the spot here.
Come on.
3 Amigos, Dirty Work, and Nothing But Trouble.
Mate, I don't remember a chase in 3 Amigos at all.
No, you mean Chevy Chase films.
No, chase, as in the act of... You're a fucking... The act of being chased.
Oh, well.
Come on, mate.
I don't know.
Do you want to hear mine?
Yeah.
The Blues Brothers, epic chase.
No Chevy Chase in that.
0 Chevy chases. Apocalyptico.
Apocalypto?
Yep.
Well,
Apocalyptico.
not the Presets album, Apocalyptico or whatever. It's Apocalypto. Indubitably. This is indubitably all over again.
Mel Gibson film.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Apocalypto.
Your mate, the racist. And then The French Connection.
Yeah, right.
Gene Hackman racing underneath the subway. That was an amazing chase.
Yeah. Not as good as any of the Chevy Chase films that I named.
Well.
Do you remember Dan Aykroyd as that weird judge in Nothing But Trouble?
He had a penis nose. I remember that part.
And John Candy as the multiple characters as the was it his daughter?
That was not a good film.
No, it wasn't.
By my memory.
But it had Chevy Chase in it, so tick the box. Should we dive into this week's story?
Let's do it.
Josh, what news story are we going to turn into a film this week?
Mate, the headline for this week, funnily enough, comes out of Florida.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
And it reads, Florida man and ex-jockey torched woman's house before fleeing in General Lee car replica.
General Lee being the Confederate...
Straight out of Dukes of Hazzard.
Yes, the muscle car.
The muscle car with the Confederate flag on the roof.
It was like orange, right?
A little bit racist.
What, saying it's orange?
The Confederate flag.
Oh, right.
Slavery and all that.
Yeah.
But, has not aged well.
No.
Dukes of Hazzard. Let me get into the story. A Florida man is accused of setting fire to his ex-wife's home before leading police on a high-speed chase in his vehicle painted to resemble the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard television show. Oswald Pereira, 44, of Morrison, Florida.
Great name.
Oswald Pereira?
Yeah.
Sounds like a skater.
Yeah, it does.
Ozzy Pereira.
Yeah.
Faces several charges, including fleeing and attempting to elude law enforcement, and 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon following the incident at the house in southwest Marion County on May 14th. Oswald Pereira is alleged to have poured gasoline around the home and set it alight. The suspect was then spotted running away from the blaze after accidentally setting his pants on fire. That's legitimate. He actually set his pants on fire.
That's great.
Police said Oswald Pereira suffered burns to 15% of his body, including his legs, arms, and back. Downstairs department too.
Oh, yeah.
No one else was injured in the fire, and 2 dogs were rescued from inside. It was horrible. The flames were shooting through the roof.
Oh, those
Neighbour.
dogs inside.
There's 2 dogs, but they were rescued.
What a bastard.
It's all good. After allegedly starting the blaze, Oswald Pereira is accused of getting in his Dodge Charger, painted to look like the iconic vehicle from the popular TV series, and escaping the scene. He ditched the Charger and took off again in a white GMC Yukon, leading authorities through Marion and Levy counties. They used a pit maneuver or pursuit intervention technique to knock the SUV off the road. I had to look this up. Do you know what that is? A pit maneuver?
It's where they put a thing across the road and it catches you under the armpits.
Yeah, it's where they come up alongside you and they nudge the front of the car so it spins out in a safe
right.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
No other injuries were reported, according to the Marion County Sheriff's Office, and 2 dogs were rescued from the fire.
Oh, I like the part where his pants caught on fire.
No.
I also like, do you reckon he bought the car already tricked out like the Dukes of Hazzard car, or he did it
I reckon
himself?
he customed it himself.
Yeah.
Sounds like the kind of scumbag that would do that.
What a great character to put in a film.
Aussie
Oswald.
Pereira.
All right.
So are we gonna? I mean, is Aussie our main character? Are we gonna follow Aussie's adventures? Are we gonna work out why he set it on fire?
What did you say he was? He was a jockey?
He's a jockey, ex-jockey.
Let's start there.
Well, yeah, why not? That makes sense.
Oh, he's an ex-jockey.
He's a little fella.
He's kind of comes across like a bit of a live fast kind of guy.
The need for speed, the need for a steed. It's definitely in his
The need
makeup.
for steed.
The Need
You've
for
already
Speed.
got a name for this.
Is that title?
The need for steed.
So what do you reckon? Where are we going to go with this? Why did he set the place on fire?
Where are we?
We're in America. What's the big horse race over there?
We're in Florida, Kentucky.
Kentucky
Derby.
Well, that's a good place to start. We've got him like literally mounted up in all the jockey gear, walking up to the starting gates, about to run in the Kentucky Derby.
I think we need to go. Are we starting at a race?
Why not?
Do we need to go back on his life, or?
Well, I reckon because it's a really good event. Like it's a really good tense moment. That moment before the race. So maybe we could have him shuffle into the starting gate, and he kind of like closes his eyes to kind of prep himself, and then we have a little bit of flashback that we see how he got there.
What's his horse's name?
Bojack Daniels.
That's a redneck horse name.
Yeah. I reckon he's probably got a bit of a drinking problem.
And he's racist. Comes from a racist family.
I imagine so.
And you're saying flashbacks. Okay, so...
Yeah, get a few flashbacks.
So you're saying he was an alcoholic?
Yep.
Bit of a dodgy dude.
Dodgy dude.
What, found himself in some shady places? Is that where we're going with this?
Yeah.
Right,
maybe some gambling debts.
Checkered past.
Checkered past.
Jockey with a checkered past.
Maybe he owes some money to a couple of mean Mexicans.
Yep.
Maybe a cartel.
Cartel.
Maybe he's been a bit of a big drinker. He's made some bad decisions. He's put some money on the wrong horse. Maybe even backed himself when he shouldn't have.
Yep.
Now he's in deep to a crime boss.
Who's going to play this jockey? We need someone slight.
Someone a little smaller than your average Hollywood actor.
And
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is probably a bit old.
I don't think he'd do this sort of film, Tom Cruise. It's a bit below him.
I reckon it's a bit above him. Height-wise. What about Elijah Wood?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah, needs a good name. Eddie Wolf.
Eddie Wolf.
Eddie Wolf.
That's good. He sounds like a daredevil. He sounds like a guy that likes to go fast.
He flirts with the law. The tightrope that is the law, he dances on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to get him. All right.
Okay. So maybe Eddie owes big bucks.
Gambling debts.
To a big Mexican cartel boss.
Yep.
El Stelione.
That's the guy's name?
Yeah.
El Stelione. You got to say it with a bit of a...
El Stelione.
You're going to put in some...
You get a bit of a Mexican jangle
Mexican
in there.
jangle? Do it again.
El Stelione.
Great.
Played by Danny Trejo.
Of course. Who else?
So maybe before the race, El Stelione put some big bucks on his main rival, who was an underdog, and said to Eddie, fucking lose the race.
Ah,
yeah.
This is how he's going to pay back his debts.
Yep.
He's going to load up on the other guy because he's got the best horse. Bojack is like far lap. It's like
Far lap.
It's 120 on the trot. He should be a high flying jockey with driving a white Mercedes, like 50 Cent.
Yep. Instead, he's got the fucking General Lee.
He's got General Lee.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, that's a good setup.
Yeah.
Maybe then we go back to the starting gate. All he's got to do is lose the race.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Who'd be a good rival for him? Real smarmy but slight and small jockey style.
Job from Arrested Development.
Will Arnett?
Yeah.
Yes, Will Arnett. He's a bit big. He's a bit tall. We'll CGI him down.
CGI him down to
So it's Will Arnett.
child size.
Eat my dust. Yeah, so he's like, he eggs him on. His ego kicks in, and he fucks it up.
And he forgets he's meant to lose.
No, but he rages out
And
because
his
he
ego
hates
takes
this
over.
rival guy.
Hates him.
What's the rival's horse's name?
Oh.
Twinkle Hoofs.
Twinkle Hoofs.
That's bad.
Twinkle Hoofs is good.
Now it needs more of a badass name.
What?
Poco Peppy Doc. Poco Peppy Doc.
What does that even mean?
That's the horse's name.
All right. Poco Peppy Doc.
Poco Peppy Doc.
Does that mean anything?
No,
Just collection of sounds?
syllables coming together.
Okay. Does he have a special relationship with his horse, perhaps? Our man Eddie?
Oh, like you saying some sort of sexual relationship with his horse.
No, absolutely not what I was implying.
You saying some sort of forced sex.
You've been watching way too many Sydney Film Festival films, mate.
No, you mean like he's a horse whisperer.
Yeah, he could be a horse
He's
whisperer.
like a Cesar Millan type out character,
Yeah.
but with his own horse.
Yep.
So the
Yep.
horse is like Mr. Red. Oh, Wilbur.
I hadn't exactly thought of that, but it could be.
So he talks to the horse.
He talks to the horse, but only he can talk with the horse.
Well, a horse is a horse, of course, but no one can talk to a horse, of course.
Unless,
Of course, the horse.
So BoJack Daniels talks back to him.
Do all horses talk to him?
I think he's just got a special relationship with BoJack
So it's
Daniels.
not like Mel Gibson in What Women Want. He can't. He just
No.
has the power of knowing what
No, he's
all
not
horses
Dr.
want.
Doolittle. So anyway, he takes off. He's meant to lose the race.
Yeah.
And on the home stretch,
Comes to the home turn
and he can't help himself.
because Will Arnett's got that real smarmy,
So smug.
and he just beats him just comes home hard.
Gets him by a nose.
Whips the horse.
And the moment he crosses the line, he realizes he's
Oh,
fucked
shit.
up. He's fucked up massively.
Yeah,
So now he's on the run. I mean, basically, he's got El Stalione's men after him.
this is where the chase.
I reckon the chase begins right here. So
Yeah,
I reckon
the rest of this film is going to be a chase.
Yeah, I reckon he rides the horse straight to the parking lot. Doesn't even bother going to the stable.
Oh right,
rides
because
to
he's
the
men,
parking lot.
his men are like at the side going,
Yep.
trying to get through the
Yeah,
fence,
yeah,
like going, like angrily waving.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just goes straight through,
Yeah.
over into the parking
He
lot.
just keeps going. You're like Forrest Gump's out of the stadium when he runs at the football game.
He just keeps going. Jumps into his car and he's immediately pursued by the henchmen. 2 vehicles following him.
Right. So this is Trejo's lackeys.
Yeah, a few goons.
Sorry, El Stallione.
El Stallione.
Okay, cool. I love that name, by the way.
That's good. So maybe we get a little bit of a chase sequence as he tries to lose the goons on the way home.
So he's going home for his wife.
Wife, girlfriend, lover, boyfriend,
Side piece.
side piece,
He's in the process of a messy divorce. This
Right.
is the woman that caused the divorce.
home wrecker.
Side piece.
He loses the goons, gets home, and basically explains it. Babe, we got to go.
Is this a Tammy?
They're coming here now.
Tammy?
Tammy?
It's kind of redneck, right? Tammy? Or you want a better name than that? Come on.
We can do better.
All right. Go for
What
it.
about Bridget?
Why did you say it like that?
Bridget? Because it means...
Is it French?
Bridget means fire in French.
Oh, you're just flexing those skills that you know what names
A
mean.
little bit of language knowledge. Because that's their plan, yeah? They're going to set fire to the house and attempt to fake their own deaths
Right.
as a way to escape.
Okay.
El
That's how we're
Stallione.
going to get the house fire in there. Okay, so
Yeah.
he comes home, says, "Babe, we got to burn this house down." And that's what they do. They set about...
I mean, she'd probably have a little bit of pushback.
Are we going to do like
Burn the house.
a scene? We're going to show the pants burning scene. Are we going to put that in this film or not?
No, it makes him seem like a bit of a fucking doofus.
He's a bit of a doofus though, right?
Maybe the one thing he does well is ride a horse really fast.
And the rest of his life is calamity. He's Frank Spencer for the rest of it.
Yep.
Betty, I did a whoopsie.
Maybe she's the gun driver. So when we come to the guts of the chase, she's
like-
the one behind the wheel.
She's what do they call that? The race car drivers in America, stock car. Is it on the dirt? Stock car. Yeah, she knows how to drive a car.
Really good at going in circles fast.
Yes.
Yeah?
Just like their relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Layers.
Metaphors.
So they set fire to the house.
Yep.
Perfect plan. So maybe this is where the muscle car comes in.
The
The Dukes of Hazzard.
General
the
Lee.
General Lee.
Dukes of Hazzard car.
Maybe it's Bridget's. Maybe she's the race car driver and the car belongs to her racist uncle.
Oh, we've got a racist in there.
Yeah.
Well, it's got the Confederate flag on it, right?
Yeah, because that explains the Confederate flag.
Well, if we're going to have that Dukes of Hazzard theme through, we should have the voiceover style thing of Dukes of Hazzard where like the freeze frame and then
I don't know if these boys are
We're
going to
gonna-
make it this
yeah.
time.
And then we need to have a good voiceover for that.
Yeah, so I need a good redneck
Danny McBride.
Danny McBride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not in the film, but he voices over just those a few moments.
Well, no, he can be the uncle. He can be Uncle Nate, who owns the car.
Right, but we
That
don't.
makes
Do we
sense.
see him in the film?
Maybe there's a real brief scene where like they ask him for the keys to the General Lee,
Yeah. He's got his Trump shirt on.
sitting in his MAGA hat, watching Fox News.
Yeah.
Throws him the keys the second he hears it's Mexicans.
Yeah.
So they peel out in the General Lee,
He's got number plates of like FCK Hillary. Like,
lock her up.
yeah, that's the number plates. Lock her up.
Yeah.
Right. So they're off
Yep. But
And-
they get spotted on the way out of town.
by Trejo's men.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
El Stelione.
El Stelione.
So now the chase is on. El Stelione and his men are in hard pursuit.
Where are they driving? Where are they driving anywhere in particular?
They just got to get out of Dodge. Maybe heading to the west coast.
Just on the highway, just
Yeah.
trying to get the fuck out of there.
So I reckon we get a real solid 40 minutes of just mad car chase.
Are the cops involved as well? Are the
I
cops?
mean, there will be
Well, what we need now is some pretty visually pleasing chase scenarios.
stunt work.
Cars going through the gap in the train.
Oh yeah,
Love that. And then leaving the guys on the other side.
shaking their head.
Damn it.
Smokey and the Bandit stuff.
Train just going like that.
Yeah. Jump a school bus.
What else can they do? Like knocking old ladies shopping out of a hand as they go past.
Yeah.
Damn
Have one of those
you
scenes
kids!
with a couple of guys carrying a big plate of sheet glass across the road. Big stack of boxes full of chickens.
Yeah, we'll have one of those like films where you can choose what you want them to go through. You can choose scenarios of what.
I like Bandersnatch.
Yeah,
You want the chickens or you want the glass?
exactly.
Yep.
Do you want chickens and a glass?
Yeah.
Because we filmed it.
Yep. We filmed it all. Do you want them to jump the school bus or go straight through, kill every child on board?
But they're still nipping at their feet.
One by one, with each of these stunt set pieces, they start losing, henchmen. They lose one car here, another car there. Maybe it comes down to just their vehicle
And El Stelione.
so it's just them and El Stelione, and he forces them onto an unfinished highway. There's like this massive gap of 200 meters over this huge raging river below.
Yeah, righto.
And instead of slowing down,
Yep.
she just speeds up, heads into it, goes hard, pushes it up to 120 miles an hour.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't like where this is
Seems
going.
like certain death. Even El Stelione slows down, thinking, she's lost her mind.
Yeah, right. Okay.
She launches, takes off on one side. We get a freeze frame there. Danny McBride kicks in.
Well, looks like these two have cashed their last check. Perfectly placed by Damien. That was amazing.
And so it unfreeze frames and it drops down into towards the river. But she's actually timed it beautifully as a garbage barge passes underneath. She just lands the car perfectly on a mountain of squishy trash.
And then you see like
El
El Stelione just like skids out at the top of the.
I'll find you.
So they're flowing down river now, right?
Yep.
So they figured they've bought themselves at least a day's time.
You think so? Maybe we have a bit of a love scene in the shallow waters.
On the barge, on the rubbish.
No, as they swim ashore. They're on the beach now.
Okay.
We got a moment, a bit of a sunset.
So a sex scene?
Oh, love scene.
It's a very consensual act of sex.
Yep. Making love in the shallow water.
Yeah.
But maybe they're interrupted by the sound of a helicopter coming in.
Damien, have you got a helicopter sound?
It's perfect.
And
They look up into the sky, and who do they see?
El Stelione.
And he's hanging out the side with a sniper rifle. Takes one pot shot and almost kills them both. The first
He's
shot.
hanging out of the chopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Got one of his henchmen driving.
This is great.
They're screwed now. They're on a beach. There's nowhere to run.
Oh, and they got no car.
No
Car's
car.
on the barge.
How are they going to get out of it?
He has a special relationship with his horse, right?
Bojack Daniels.
Bojack.
Galloping down the
He's like,
shoreline.
what's that? What's that in the news? Yeah, it's galloping, majestic.
Here comes Bojack.
Yep.
They swing onto the side of the horse.
Yeah.
There's bullets pinging around them.
Yeah.
Flying down the shoreline. Waves crashing. Fucking helicopter chasing the horse.
How are they going to
through
evade? They're going to go through woods or something because that's the only way
Yeah.
they can evade a helicopter
Yeah.
on horseback.
Duck into the bushlands.
Yeah, so they kind of lose it. Where do they go to a clearing, or how do they?
Well, I reckon, through the bush, they'd be jumping logs, going through streams,
Yeah.
ducking underneath vines.
Yeah,
Have a really, kind of like that Return of the Jedi on the back of the speeder bikes. This amazing fast sequence through all the trees and stuff. And after a bit, they pop out the other side into like a open plain. And because they've taken a few drastic turns, maybe they've lost the helicopter.
so they pull up. They're tired. They've been running for a while. They pull up at like the top of a cliff or somewhere, or
Last of the sunset, just disappearing. Beautiful outlook.
another sex scene.
We don't need to have another sex scene. I think we just got a moment of peace.
Well, okay, who's the sex scene police?
Well, there's a horse involved. We don't want to...
No horse involved in the sex scene. Horse can watch.
Horses, but he pays extra. Okay, and so just as they're having this moment, helicopter rises up from behind the...
like in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
No, I'm pretty sure it's True Lies, mate. A Harrier jet. But this one's a helicopter. So behind the cliff...
Why did I say Ace Ventura?
I don't know. That was so weird.
You know when he's going to get the raccoon in the cliff?
No.
There's a helicopter thing.
Okay.
Go.
And there's fucking...
El Stelione.
hanging out the side again. This time, he's got a beat on them. Like, they're dead. Dead to rights. There's no way he can miss.
Yeah.
Way too close. He's got the crosshairs lined up on Eddie's head. Kill shot ready to go.
How are they going to get out of this? I think we've painted ourselves into a corner.
Well, we still got Bojack Daniels. He could save the day somehow.
The horse sacrifices itself.
What do you mean?
The horse says, just get off. And they lower themselves off. I wish I had something better to say. Something more poetic and brave. They get off the horse. The horse just like locks eyes with El Stelione. The two stallions.
Oh, the two stallions.
Eyeing each other off.
I like it.
And then it just gallops
Towards
the chopper.
the cliff.
Yeah. And just
Oh, I gotcha.
launches off in the air.
Right. He hurls himself at the helicopter. He goes hoofed foot first, straight through the chopper windscreen, straight into Trejo's face.
Oh, nice.
The rest of the horse's body slamming into the... I mean, he's probably going to get turned into mincemeat, but the weight of the horse, as he gets carved to pieces by the rotor blades, will probably take the helicopter out.
Yeah.
Just blindsided.
Horse hoof to the head.
Horse hoof to the face. Meanwhile, the rest of his body goes through the rotor blades, turning into, like,
Gelatin.
mincemeat, pet food, spraying everywhere.
And then just showers them in horse meat.
Yes. But the helicopter goes down and explodes in the rocks
Beautiful.
below. The explosion starts a bushfire.
Simmering.
I mean, that's a good place to end. As the flames from beneath.
Yeah.
Maybe this is where you can have your sex scene.
With all the horse meat.
Yes. They lie down in a puddle of horse meat. We get a freeze frame. And Danny McBride kicks in.
Well, with that Mexicano cooked better than a quesadilla, these two lovebirds can finally get their fuck on. And fuck they did.
Fuck they did indeed.
I fell into a ring of fire, 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 fire.
Until next time, never trust a Mexican.
Oh, so racist, this film.
What are we going to call it?
Oh, okay. Horsepower.
Horsepower is good. I like
Need
horsepower.
for Speed has got to be in there.
Need for Speed is good.
Got to be up in the mix.
Pony Up.
Pony Up's great.
Because Pony Up's like pay up your
You got
debts.
to pay your debt. Pony Up is my front runner right now.
Got any taglines?
The one thing you can bet on, it's going to be one wild ride.
Oh, yeah.
Because you get the betting.
Yep.
And the riding.
Gambling and
Not
the
that
riding.
great. What else?
Why the Long Race?
Why the Long Racist?
Why the Long Racist? This film has a cult following.
A cult as in
Cult
horse.
following.
Cult. I like that.
When gambling debts stir up trouble, this cocky jockey better run like Rocky.
Yeah. The Rocky pun isn't amazing, but every other thing about it I love.
It works. It's 3 rhymes, mate. Cocky jockey
It rhymes,
better
but
run.
Rocky isn't really a racing thing.
He
It's
ran
a
up
fighting.
the steps.
Oh, he did. Okay, well, I like Pony Up is my favourite.
Pony Up.
Pony Up.
This film has a cult
Cult
following.
following.
Soundtrack. What do you want in there?
Well, we've got Johnny Cash.
Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire. The Doors.
Light
My Fire.
Chariots of Fire. Dun, 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 dun. That'd be good for when he's running along the beach.
Dun, dun.
Slow
Yes.
motion.
Yeah.
I'm on Fire, Bruce Springsteen, which is a song about rape, so
Is
should
it
be right
really?
up your alleyway. It's pretty creepy.
Is it?
Yeah, if you listen to the
Lyrics. A lot of those 70s songs are really about forced sex on barely legal girls.
Messed up. And what's our cast?
Elijah Wood as Eddie Wolf, the jockey.
Danny Trejo as...
El Stelione. Who's going to play the girlfriend?
I reckon a redhead.
Yeah, you named her Bridget Fire.
Maybe Lauren Ambrose from 6 Feet Under.
Love her.
Remember Claire,
Yep,
the daughter?
I love her.
Danny McBride as Uncle Nate.
As the voiceover, the
Yep.
Dukes of Hazzard voiceover.
Racist Uncle Nate.
Will Arnett as the rival jockey.
Yep.
That's a film.
That's a hell of a film.
Pony Up. This film has a cult following.
I like it.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until next time, don't forget to press the button on your toilet.
See you later, cunts.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
He jumped over 3 linebackers in midair, sprouted endless, like a gazelle.
No one laughs at a master of quack fu.
Real nice.
Many have died from starvation due to the difficulty of finding enough food, such as seals.
Shut up! No more Mr. Nice Duck. That's it. Right, Mr. Sitz?
What do you make of that? You know, it's the most fantastic story I've ever heard.
The Round Carpet Podcast.
I've got to be on the ball. I've got a pregnant girlfriend. Could go anytime.
Mate, just one.
For the camera. I'm going to talk backwards.
Swedish chef.
And that's how film and television is made.
Another app.
Just like a closed bank. Like a vault.
What do
Nothing.
you want?
You give
What
me
do you
nothing. No, you give me nothing. Trying to turn this into a basketball podcast at every time.
Welcome to the NBA podcast. Oh, good about Moss?
Fucking hell, what are we doing in here?
It's cinematic, mate. Very cinematic.
No, it's not.
It's a cinematic opening.
I feel like I'm in Backdraft. Yeah, so...
Do we need a bit more atmosphere in here?
No, more atmosphere, please.
Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.